U.S. Attorneys Keys, Heap, and I will each talk about a few of the cases that are underway in our respective districts, each involving significant seizures, some of the fruits of which are displayed here in front of me. The multi-agency collaboration at the federal, state, and local levels, and the transnational nexus to all of these cases.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today as we announce the launch of the Homeland Security Task Force Network here in Atlanta, a city that is known for being central to our mission in protecting communities.
FBI agents here in Atlanta say they just seized enough drugs to kill millions of people. Atlanta News First, Bridget Spencer is live from the FBI Atlanta field office. And Bridget, fentanyl, that wasn't the only thing they found.
Tracy, we're not only talking about that staggering amount of fentanyl you mentioned, but also items related to distributing the fentanyl on the streets of Atlanta. Now, the Clayton County Police Department partnered with the FBI's Homeland Security Task Force during the search warrant execution last week at a rental home in Forest Park. Now, inside, they tell us they found 21 kilos of fentanyl, as well as $380,000 in cash, guns, and even a money counter. Now, Rico DeVille Bice, he is the one arrested, as well as David Esteban Montillo Diaz, both arrested and charged with conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute. Now, one suspect, we're told, is from Atlanta, and the other, Diaz, has ties to California.
We believe that Diaz's connection to California is significant because we know, as mentioned earlier, the Mexican drug cartels smuggle fentanyl into our country over the southwest border.
And investigators do say, although this was a big hit to the drug industry, the fight is far from over. They say they still have a lot of work left to do when it comes to keeping drugs off the streets of Atlanta and elsewhere in Georgia. We're live in Atlanta. Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.
Tonight, federal agents say 2 men are in custody after breaking up a fentanyl trafficking operation in Forest Park. 11 Live's Doug Richards joins us now from the newsroom. Doug, what tipped him off here?
Well, federal agents kind of play that close to the vest, but they say that when they descended upon a property in Forest Park, a man took off on foot. Agents chased him down. When they caught up with him, they say that they found $3,000 cash on his person. Then they went to the nearby Airbnb, which they said was his base of operation, and they found $380,000 in cash. That plus 21 kilos of fentanyl, a money counting machine, a plastic shrink wrapping device they say was used to package the illicit drugs. Agents said today that a drug task force based in Atlanta delivered this and other arrests in an effort to trace drug operations to the source.
To not just focus on a low-level dealer in a community, but how do we look at the enterprise? What is behind that for the distribution network and the supply network? And our goal is to trace it all the way back to the cartels and hold them accountable and bring them to justice.
Federal agents identify the 2 suspects as Rico DeVille Bice and David Esteban Montillo Diaz. A federal grand jury will sort out the charges against them.
All right, Doug, quite the...
It's coming from the cartel and these organizations. It's coming from a source coming into the country and then distributed on a local level in these communities like Athens, like Macon in the Middle District of Georgia, hitting the street and then being distributed by gangs and local distributors. And that flow of drugs, that's not an opinion, that's a fact. You can trace the pattern, and that's how drugs flow through our community. And so these drugs like fentanyl, heroin, cocaine, they poison our community, but they have second-order effects and spillover effects like addiction, like overdose, like violent crime in our community. And the individuals who profit the most from that distribution are often not in our country, and they're profiting, making the most money out of it. That's the problem. And so we're here to get the
attention of law enforcement.
Authorities say they also found 9 guns. During this multi-agency operation, warrants were executed at businesses and homes in Sandy Springs, Atlanta, and Woodstock. 3 men were arrested, 2 from Mexico, the 3rd from Sandy Springs. They were booked into the Cherokee County Jail. The GBI says they have connections to a Mexican cartel.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV. UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I had the links in the description where you can watch the clips at the beginning and full from Fox 5 Atlanta, where they had the press conference to bring everybody up to date in the media and the public with the latest arrests throughout Georgia State, as it's been a conglomerate as one, what they are now calling, to my understanding, the Homeland Security Task Force, HSTF, where they all together under different agencies, whether it be government, official, state, and local, to bring people down on the streets and also trying to track it back to the cartels, as this what hit in the news and made it become a thing all over now, where Future's brother, FBG Casino, has been arrested in connection with one of these busts as well that have been going on lately throughout Georgia State. And I did see it pick up a little bit in the media for the last few days after it had happened last week. But yesterday, after this press conference, it made it be everywhere. And also from Atlanta News First and also 11 Alive, where they got news coverage with this news breaking as well. And I put that other clip there to kind of let everybody see that they were going through all over Atlanta. They've caught weed busts, this and that, and you can look it up throughout the last few months that this been happening also. And I'm gonna get into this write-up in just a second as they put that up to bring out more details with this arrest, as FBG Casino, that is Future's brother, been knowing about him forever since Future came around. Since Future came out, we started seeing him more and more, especially like 10 years ago when he was dropping free band gang mixtapes and everything. He's been dropping his own songs, different artists, different things in the game. You see them with Young Scooter as well. They was all FBG and rocked with each other, and you might have seen them even in the video Feds did a sweep, and he was part of that show. And then now we have this right here with this news break that he is now facing some heavy federal accusations, innocent until proven guilty with this. He was caught with cash on him at the scene and at the spot, as they have been investigating this for a while now and tracking it all back to the cartels. Atlanta, Rico DeVille Buis and David Estevan Martilo Diaz have been arrested and charged by criminal complaints with conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute fentanyl. Buis and Diaz appeared in federal court on November 19, 2025 to face charges after law enforcement executed a search warrant at a Forest Park rental home, where they discovered and seized 21 kilograms of fentanyl, $380,000 in suspected drug proceeds, and a firearm. According to U.S. Attorney Hertzberg, the charges and information presented in court on November 14, 2025, agents from the FBI Atlanta and DA Atlanta field offices, along with officers from the Clayton County Police Department, executed a search warrant at a rental property in Forest Park, Georgia. As law enforcement approached the house, Rico DeVille Buis ran out of a side door and attempted to flee. Agents quickly apprehended Buis and found approximately $4,000 in cash in his possession. After David Estevan Martilo Diaz exited the residence, law enforcement discovered in the kitchen and a bedroom an estimated 21 kilograms of fentanyl, approximately $300,000 in rubber banded sacks of cash, a money counter, a food sealer machine, and a Glock 19 pistol. Approximately $80,000 of additional cash was found in a designer bag allegedly belonging to Buis. Rico DeVille Buis, a.k.a. Casino, 41, of Atlanta, Georgia, and David Estevan Martilo Diaz, 23, of Coachella, California, are currently in custody. Now, with Homeland Security being involved in all these government agencies, that means that they have had somebody giving information already. That means they have broke down your phones, your whereabouts, who you're talking to, listening to phone calls. They got text message threads, DMs, everything under the sun. That's what happens when Homeland Security gets involved with these type of cases. Still innocent until proven guilty. Just with that fentanyl, that is something major and heavy with the way they lay it out. That's why y'all hear them referencing it could kill millions of people, because they have already done the test on this, and they say this many millimeters can take one person's life. So what they'll do is to make you look bad in the eye of the public, to make you look bad inside of the courtroom, to make you look bad if you want to take it to trial, to the jury. Hey, they had this amount up there. This is how many people can die from this amount of fentanyl that they had in their possession. That's how they run it. That's how they do it. That's the way they display it, you know. And it's one of them tough situations right here. Now, Future being his brother, one of the biggest rappers in the game right now, legendary artist. It's kind of crazy to see that connected like that right there is one. Anything he do gonna be connected to you in this type of time because of the fact Future's success. But his brother allegedly was living a whole different life outside of that. I don't know for sure what's going on here, but they most definitely got their eyes locked in. They had put up other arrests where they had been surveillance in homes throughout Atlanta and throughout Georgia for other arrests, dispensaries, liquor stores, other operations, cameras, burglar bar doors. They raid in one spot, 500 pounds. Other people that they say are connected to the cartel as well. This one right here is crazy to see today. And I ain't seen it throughout the news already through the week, but it was like underground. But now it's mainstream as they put out the documents. We'll just have to see what happened with it, man. This is a crazy one. This is a wild one. This is Future's brother. They had lost Scooter, you know, recently too. So it's a crazy situation, man. See what happens. Keep y'all updated on it. Stay on your pivot. More coming.